Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe down below. I am here with
Catherine, also.
Literally, we're both Catherines, just spelled with a C and a K, and like she has a Y, I don't. Anyways, so today we're gonna film a video about the good things about Drexel because it seems like all I ever do is rant about how bad Drexel is, like all over my YouTube channel. So like, I figured it's probably good to say some good things about Drexel so maybe people would want to come here because obviously we're both here for a reason, you know? Like, we didn't choose a different school. Like, I could have transferred, but here I am. Okay, so the first thing is the co-op program for the very reason, like, that's why everyone comes to Drexel. Like, you come to Drexel for a co-op because then you can get, like, a job, basically. Like, you're working before you graduate, which is, like, what everyone wants to do. It's an internship, but it's paid, and like the school helps you find it, so it's pretty much better, and that's the reason why everyone comes here. So that's the first thing.
The second is small class sizes for major specific classes. You're like automatically with the same group of people. It's usually like, I'd say like 10 to 30 people typically. Yeah. We're both in our arts college, so it's even smaller than like bigger, more traditional majors. Like
there's only max of like 16 people in like every single graphic design class. It's probably like similar.
Yeah, it's easy. Like the teachers get to know you, you get to know your classmates.
The third thing is communication with your academic advisor along with your program director. So my program director, he'll teach classes. I'm pretty sure yours does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you get to know your program director and then your academic advisor. Well, I just switched to a new one, but like they'll email you almost every single term being like, make sure you register for your classes. Like if you have any issues, please email me. Like you can contact them if you ever need to like withdraw from a class, if you have any issues with professors, which can happen. Like you can have some bad professors, but your academic advisors are always there for you and your program directors are like there for you even more than your academic advisors are. So like, I really like that relationship with them.
Number 4 is a large campus that can feel small. We have the large campus vibe, like, you know, I'm familiar with Penn State main campus. It's huge there. It's not quite as huge, but you get a little bit of that feeling. But you still know everybody. Like, there's people I walk past every single day. Like, we see our sisters all the time.
Everywhere. Like, we'll go out, just like me, her, and Sylvia, which is one of our other friends, and we will literally run into like how many DGs in like one sitting? Probably like
at least 10. Yeah.
Yeah, like 10 people, and we're literally just walking to like 30th Street Station. It's 4 blocks away. So like, it's crazy how many people you could run into that you know. Okay, number 5 is that the program is still very rigorous and it'll prepare you for the real world because you're like the only way to like pass at Drexel, basically to pass and do well is to be like very keeping up with everything. Like time management is like very important. So it like prepares you for like how life is going to be in the real world, like working in like, what is it, a 9-to-5 job and you still have to go home and like cook food. Like right now we're both cooking for ourselves, like we don't have meal plans. So it prepares you for like real life stuff. And like even now we have to prepare for like the real world and what would you do if like a deadly virus comes to like your campus. So we're literally about to move out. Yes, or like move out. So preparing for the real world and going home.
So number 6 is that you have a network forever basically from Drexel to help you find jobs. We're given access to our career development center after we graduate, and then also you always have alums. My program director, he just offered to connect me with a bunch of other alums that work in sports, which is where I'm looking to work. It's honestly really easy to find someone exactly where you want to go.
So number 7 is definitely the location. Philadelphia is a great place to live in, and like I don't want to leave. Like I said earlier, we have to leave for 2 months to like go home. We're still coming back for like the end half of our classes for the rest of the term because Drexel's weird and we have a quarter system, which I'm pretty sure everyone watching this probably already knows. But we still have to come back and like I don't want to leave. Like I don't want to leave this place. Like I love college and like I love Philadelphia and like we can just walk like every single Friday. Me and Catherine go into the city and like we can just get to everything within walking distance and like we just take the train. So it's crazy how much everything is here and like you can go to concerts, you can go to like music festivals. Like there's a music festival in like August, I think. I don't know, I've never been. Like Made in America.
I don't know.
It's over the summer and like artists will come here and do concerts, like sporting events, literally anything that you could ever want is here, which I love.
Number 8 is financial aid is amazing here. So yes, we're paying like a ridiculous like base amount technically, but
like the sticker price.
Yeah, the sticker price is massive. But most of us have either like huge grants from the government, or Drexel gives you really great academic-based aid. So that's like especially helpful for anybody that's like worked really hard in high school. They will compensate you for that. And then I think there's other packages.
There's a bunch of different ways to get like financial aid at Drexel. Like I definitely do not pay the like $60,000 to $90,000 a year. Like no, some people do pay that. Don't pay that. Do not come to Drexel if you pay that much. But like not many people do, and most people, I want to say, like don't pay more than like 40.
Yeah.
Give or take. I mean, I also don't really talk to people about how much they pay. So like, I'm just approximating. So number 9 is that the people at Drexel are very, very diverse. Like I come from a very white middle class area, very like extra privileged, I guess people would say. And coming to Drexel, it was kind of like a shock, but then I got used to it. And like right now, I literally live with 2 international students. So like, it shows you how diverse everything, like how diverse everyone is here at Drexel, and how you can really meet people from like way different backgrounds. Like there's no one here that's almost exactly the same. Everyone here is different, and it's like pretty cool because then you can meet like so many different people, and you hear like so many people's different stories. Like right now I'm hearing about my roommates and like back to the coronavirus. Like yes, they're from East Asia, so obviously like corona is like a very big part of like what's going on in their family life. So like they'll tell me about that, and like obviously I'm not from Asia, like I'm from the US, and like I literally live here, so like it's different hearing their stories like of what's happening back home versus like my stories back home.
Number 10 is that Greek life doesn't dominate the school, but it's still really prevalent. Like you kind of have to look for it to find it, but once you are aware of it, it's everywhere. Like we said, we run into our sisters constantly, you know, frat guys, other sorority members. It's crazy. Like, but you don't feel too left out when you're not in it. It's not like Southern schools where it's like this huge competition. Like, you can enjoy it, but you don't have to.
I want to say there's only maybe like 10% of the student bodies actually in Greek life. But the thing is a lot of Greek life does live on campus, just because you do have a lot more activities that have to do with like living on campus, so you see them more. Versus like commuters or people who live like further away because they don't, all they have is like classes or something. So I guess that's,
you get more involved.
You meet a lot more people. Literally, so many more people. You literally already have a connection of like 100 like sisters, and then you have like multiple people just in like Greek life. So it's crazy. So the last one that we're gonna say is number 11, which is the access to healthcare, just like on Drexel's campus or just in the city of Philadelphia. There's like multiple different hospitals and everything. And like you could be like me, where you could literally on Sunday have daylight saving time, you literally can't breathe when you wake up, and then you have to go to the ER and nobody else is awake. So you know what, you just like walk down the street to like the local UPenn ER and like, you know, figure out that you have strep throat, and here I am. This literally happened a few days ago. So, but just in general, like there's a lot of different hospitals, like emergency care facilities, like doctors, like everything is here, which is really cool. It kind of like corresponds to like the location, like Philadelphia is great, but like healthcare here is also good, because no matter what, like I know a lot of people struggle with finding places that accept their insurances, and another part of like growing up and preparing yourself for the real world that Drexel does is you do have to find places that take your healthcare, so like, or like your health insurance. So there's definitely going to be one place around the city somewhere. Like if you need a very specific doctor, there's going to be one here, and you won't have to travel that far for it. So that part's really cool too. Hey, thanks you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed us sharing not only the bad things, but the good things about Drexel, because there's definitely a lot more that we could have put in this video, but we're narrowing it down a little bit. But do you have anything to say?
No, I think those were like really good points. I think that's definitely all stuff you have to consider when you're going to college. So.
Yeah. All right, I will link Catherine's social media down below in case you wanted to go check her out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.